Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Long, slow, gentle breaths. Making each one longer and slower than the one before. Soften the eyes and allow the edges of the face to relax. Release the tongue from the top of the mouth. And allow the breath to flow all the way into the belly. Feel the rise of the belly and the fall of the belly as the air moves through the belly, through the chest, and out the nose. On the next inhalation, open the eyes and reach the arms above the head. And as you exhale, bring the arms around and hug the knees into the chest. And continue to breathe. Leave the knees where they are and inhale, reach the arms back above the head. And as you exhale, bring the arms around to the knees, pulling the knees into the chest. Complete the exhale. Inhale, reach the arms above the head. And this time, hold the arms above the head, reach the arms long, and draw the shoulder blades down the spine. Complete the exhale here. On the inhale, stretch the legs out long, but don't touch the floor. Exhale, bring the knees back into the chest and arms around and hug the knees into the chest. And we're going to take that rhythm a couple of times. Point the toes. Inhale, reach the arms and stretch the legs long. And exhale, bring the knees in, hug the knees with the arms. And this time when you take that flow, tilt the pelvis up, call it hips to the nips, and press the lower back into the spine. Inhale, arms up, legs long, point the toes. Exhale, bring the arms around. You ought to feel a strong engagement in the lower belly as you try to tilt the hips to the nips to press the lower back into the spine. One more time, inhale, arms up, legs long, tilt the pelvis. Big inhale, draw, fill the belly. Exhale, bring the arms around. This time we're gonna hold behind the right leg. So you're gonna pull the knee in towards the chest, or towards the armpit. Yeah, there you go. And as you inhale and fill the belly, pull the knee towards the armpit and stretch the left leg long. Do that same motion with the pelvis where you imagine that you're tilting the pelvis up, hips to the nips, and fill the belly. Exhale, bring the left leg in. A couple more times. Inhale, stretch the left leg long. Press the lower back into the mat. Exhale, draw the left leg in. One last time, and when you do it this time, try to reach the leg as long as you can, as close to the ground as you can without touching. Inhale, reach. Exhale, draw the left knee in and hold behind the left knee now. Complete the exhale. And you'll notice as you pull the left knee towards the armpit, the spine kind of rounds a little bit and the lower back is pressed into the mat. And you want that lower back pressed into the mat. So pull the knee in, inhale, stretch the right leg long. Exhale, pull the right leg in, left knee to the armpits. Inhale, right leg long. Exhale, pull the right knee in. Inhale, stretch that right leg long, and if you've got the toe pointed and you're stretching that right leg and the pelvis is tilted up, you ought to feel it along that right front hip flexor. Exhale, pull the right knee in, hug both knees into the chest, and you're just gonna rock gently from side to side, massage the lower back, and let everything relax. All right. Now keep the knees pulled in, but release the hands and take a hold of the side of the mat. So both sides, the edges of the mat for a little bit of gripping. And then straighten the legs up, flex the feet, and push the heels towards the ceiling. Start warming up the hamstrings. Draw the shoulders underneath the body and down the spine. Bring the ankles and the feet together, and you can turn the feet out if you want. Bring the heels together. So if it's more comfortable, turn the toes out. And as you hold the edges of the mat and you inhale, you're going to take the legs over to the right, just enough to keep the left shoulder from lifting up off the mat. And as you exhale, bring it back to center. Complete the exhale. And this time you're going to go to the left. So as you inhale, hold on to the mat and take the legs to the left. Legs up. But keep the shoulder on the floor. Keep the shoulders on the floor. The legs that way, straight. And you exhale, you bring them back up. Hug the knees into the chest. And then straighten the legs back up again. Heels together. Turn the toes out just a little bit. We're going to go back again. Hold your legs up. So you inhale and take the legs to the right. Turn on the light. Keep that left shoulder on the mat and take the legs as far as you can. Focus on tilting the pelvis up, hips to the nips. And exhale, bring the legs back up. Complete your exhale. And then take the legs to the left. Your right shoulder stays on the floor. Bring the legs back up. And you hug the knees into the chest. Complete that, exhale. Straighten the legs back up, and this time you're gonna cross the right foot, the right leg in front of the left, and you can flex the feet so that and turn the right toe inward. So it's on the bottom of the left foot, kind of push the bottom of the left foot into the top of the right, kind of holds them in place. And as you inhale, take the legs to the right, keeping the left shoulder down. And exhale back to center. Inhale, take the legs to the left. Focus on your right shoulder staying on the mat. And exhale back to center. Unwind and hug the knees into the chest. Last side. Straighten the legs up and then cross the left foot over the right, or the left foot over the right, whatever. Cross your left over your right. Your left foot is on the top, so your right foot's pressing into the left. Hold on to the mat. Inhale and take the legs to the right, keeping the left shoulder down. Exhale back to center. Inhale, take the legs to the left. Right shoulder stays down. And exhale back to center. Unwind, release, hug the knees into the chest. And inhale, stretch the legs out long and take them to the mat and arms above the head. Big inhale. Exhale, bring the arms around and relax. And then you're gonna roll over to your right side. Take a breath. And then come up to seated. You know what happens when you don't follow instructions? The teacher goes walk at you. Sit your butt on. All right, bring the legs out in front of you and flex the feet. Inhale, arms up, and draw the shoulder blades down the spine. Lift the chin parallel to the floor. Reach through the fingertips, straighten the arms, and then take them out a little bit wide, not super wide, but a little wide. Big inhale to reach, lift the chin, and then start to turn the palms out towards the floor. And as you exhale, bring the arms down and behind you some. So you're stretching the chest. Notice what happens to the lower back when you press the chest forward. It gets this arch. We want to tuck the hips to the nips so it kind of rounds, and then pull the shoulders back. Release the arms and relax. All right, flex the feet. Inhale, arms up. Lengthen through the arms. Draw the shoulder blades down. Spread the fingers wide. Big inhale again. And as you exhale, start to turn the palms out. Bring the arms down and reach behind the body again. Pressing the chest forward. And then tuck the pelvis. This rounds the spine. Pull the shoulders back. And release. Very good. All right. Now we're going to cross the left leg over the right, just like we did when we were laying down. And you're going to make the connection between the bottom of the right foot and the top of the left. And if you flex the right foot hard and flex the left foot hard, they kind of press into each other. You got to press your feet into each other. So what's happening here is you've got this rotation in the left leg all the way from the hip to the foot. So through the knee, the ankle, and the foot, and they press into one another. Now sit up. Inhale, arms up. As you exhale, turn the palms out, reach the hands behind you, and then sink down, tuck the hips to the nips, and pull the shoulder back. And release as you complete your exhale. And then unwind, we'll cross the other direction. So right leg over the left. Turn the right leg so the toes face into the right. And the bottom of the left foot makes contact. Feels weird on that side. With the top of the right foot. You know your right from your left? Me either. I get screwed up all the time. It's okay. All right. Inhale, arms up. Reach the arms long, spread the fingers wide, push through the elbows, and draw the shoulders down the spine. Another big inhale to reach, lift the chest. As you exhale, turn the palms out. Start to bring the arms back behind you some. And then tuck the hips to the nips, pull the shoulders back. That straightens the spine. And release. And then unwind. And we're going to roll the legs side to side. Feel them out. Ooh, there we go. All right. And we're going to cross right over left. See, I messed up again. So when you cross this right leg, again, you're turning it all the way from the hip through the knee so that the knee points at your second toe. Press the feet together so both feet are flexed. Sit up tall. And this time we're going to take a torso twist. As you inhale, bring the arms up, spread the fingers wide. As you exhale, the right hand is going to turn out and it's going to come all the way to the floor behind you. And the left arm is going to come down and you're going to reach for the floor. You may or may not make it. It's a long stretch. If you don't, you can rest your hand on your hip or use your spider tip fingers to the floor. And then push down through the right shoulder to lift the spine so your right arm should be completely straight. Lift the chest. You got it. Take a breath. On the next inhale, lift the chest again and start to turn to look over your right shoulder. And you want that turn to come from the mid-back first
and then turn the chin. Keep the feet engaged. Inhale to lift, and as you exhale, turn the chin to the center of the chest, and then release the right hand from the floor and turn the torso back around. Got that? You know where your chin is? Where? You know where the center of your chest is? Right between your boobs. You know where your boobs are? So that's the only thing you need to know. All right. Cross the left over the right. Turn the left leg all the way from the hip through the knee and the foot so the knee is pointed towards the second toe. Make that contact between the feet. So both feet are flexed. Got it. Inhale, arms up. Big inhale, fill the belly. Reach the arms long, and as you exhale, turn the left palm out, bring it down behind you, and reach the floor. Make contact with the floor. The right hand comes down towards the floor, and again, spider tip fingers, tripod fingertips, whatever you want to call it. Make contact with something. Inhale, push through the left arm, stretch the shoulder down, lift the chest, and then as you exhale, start to rotate the top of the torso and look over the left shoulder. Keep the legs strong and the feet flexed. Inhale, lift the chest. As you exhale, bring the chin back around to the center of the chest. And then unwind. Unwind the feet, roll the legs out. All right. Now we're going to bring the right leg in. You're going to cross it over the left, and the right knee is up. Left foot is flexed. Again, left foot flexed. And if you look, my left foot is aligned right with the center of my body. So it's not stacked underneath my hip. It's right in the center of the body. The right foot is facing mostly forward, but you want the second toe lined up right with the knee. So if my knee is rotated, my foot will be rotated. That makes sense? So if I find the center of my kneecap and I run all the way down, it'll be a straight line to my toe. If I turn my foot forward, everything's not aligned. Does that make sense?
I'm just going to turn your foot out so it matches the knee.
Yes.
Okay, good.
You want to turn the foot out so it matches the knee. This is super important. A good rotation in the knee there. Don't know why it's so lopsided. Oh, look at good. Freaking A. Mine didn't even go that far. There you go. Just so you know, Jack's knee rotation is backwards.
Yeah. We live.
All right. So we are right over left, right over left, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay. Left foot flexed. And you want to bring the right knee in, hug it in towards this, not towards the chest, but towards the center of the body. Sit up tall. And take the left arm, reach it out long in front of you. Can you lean and bend it in front of the right knee? Just take it wherever you can. Left foot, toes straight up towards the ceiling. Lift the chest. Okay, and press the right foot into the floor as if it were flat and you're pressing hard, and then you should feel it run all the way down this high T-band along the butte. Feel it? Guys, feel it? Press that right foot into the floor. Press it in there. Lift the arches. Now, if you're able, inhale, reach the right arm up. And as you exhale, bring that right arm down to the floor, somewhat behind you. Lift the chest by pushing the shoulder down. Take another inhale. And as you exhale, start to rotate the torso and look over your right shoulder. Keeping the right knee hugged into the center of the body. Inhale to lift. And as you exhale, bring the chin around to the center of the chest first. And then you can release and start to unwind. And then roll that right leg out. All right, now we're crossing the left over the right. Bring the foot in and align the knee with the second toe.
Jack, take your foot and turn it out. There you go. Perfect. All right, lift up and start to hug the knee towards the center of the body. Lift the chest. Bring the right arm out long. Reach it away from the body by pushing the shoulder away. Lean forward and hug the right knee. Lifting up tall. Flex the right foot. And keep that knee in towards the center line. Press the left foot into the floor as if you were standing on it. And if you're able, inhale, left arm up. Well, this side does not feel good at all. Ha. And exhale, bring that left arm down behind you. Reach the floor, lift the chest. And as you take the next inhale, get ready to rotate. Rotate the torso and then look over the left shoulder. Keep that pressure through the left foot. And hugging the knee towards the center of the body. Inhale to lift. Exhale, bring the head around first, and then release. Let the torso unwind. Release the legs, and then roll the legs out. Good. How's those hips feeling today, David? All right. Now we're going to draw the feet in together, the soles of the feet together, and let the knees fall open. And then I want you to kind of rock, and see, can you scoot the feet in closer to the groin or the groin closer to the feet, either one. Bring it in as close as you can. Hold the feet. Sit up tall. And just relax for a second and let the hip flexors release. The more you relax and focus on the breath and settle in, you'll let them release. Especially on the exhale. Imagine whatever body part feels tight right now. Imagine it's like a balloon deflating and just exhaling and releasing. And then on the inhale, see, can you pull them in a little bit closer? Only go where your body will let you go. Did you? Now, see, you've done it once. You got to keep working with me. Pretty soon I'll have those feet to your head. All right? Take another few breaths to settle in. Let the knees relax. I'm not talking about letting the knees relax and taking them to the floor. Let the muscles and the tendons and the ligaments all relax. Now, if you feel any burning or sharp pain, please come out of this. Don't sit there because that's not a good sign. A little stretching, a strong pull, that's okay, but not burning, not sharp shooting pains. Relax the shoulders, hold the feet if you can, and imagine the knees relaxing. The longer that you sit in this position and focus on your breath and relaxing those tight hips and knees, the more the legs will open up.
Is it okay to use the wall?
Absolutely. You can always use the wall. You can sit on a block. Use whatever prop that your body needs to use. Go. In fact, if you're going for deeper stretches, it's always recommended to sit on a block. This stretch because it allows the knees to flow farther towards the earth. All right from here, press the feet together, maintain that pressure in the feet, release the hands, and hold on to the front of the shins to keep the spine up. Just a gentle hold. There you go. Keep the hip flexors relaxed. Keep the feet pressure pushed into one another. Inhale, lift the chin parallel to the floor. And if you're able, inhale, reach the arms up. Draw the shoulders down the spine and resist that urge to pull the knees in. This is the time where you want to tighten up because you're trying to lift the chest. Inhale to reach. Exhale, bring the arms down. Now, to come out of this, what I want you to do is take your hands to the underside of the knees, lean back a little bit, pull the knees up gently. We don't want to go fast because I don't want any Charlie horses, right? Bring it in, unwind, and then stretch one leg out gently, and then the other. And then I want you to roll the legs. There you go, good job. Roll the legs. And then you're going to take your hands to the kneecaps and massage your kneecaps and just roll them around. Kind of dig the fingers in underneath the kneecaps because we don't want any fluid collecting under the knees. And then take the hands underneath the knees and kind of same thing, kind of palpate the fingers to the backs of the knees. Good job. All right. So before we stand up, we're going to be working on something today called the eagle pose. And you're going to take the right leg over the left, and we're working on getting that right foot underneath the left calf. Right? If you can't do it, then just crossing the right over the left, that's totally fine too. So this pose has to, it's focused on the knee rotation, which is really dangerous. People get injured, don't force it, right? So you start with just crossing the right leg over the left. And then when you can, whatever leg is on top, when you can bring the calf to touch the other, that's where you can do it. That's all right. This takes a lot of release in the hips to be able to release that space in between the legs to get the thigh on top of the other, and then pressing the calves together. And then if you have that rotation, you can slide that right foot up underneath the left calf. You're almost there, Lenny. Pull your bottom leg in.
No, it won't rotate.
It's almost, that's the farthest I've ever seen you take it though. Now Emmett, put your foot underneath your leg. There you go. Now in this pose, you should feel a little bit of stretch along the inside of the right knee. But that's it. It should feel like a little stretch. If you're in pain,
I can pee real bad, so I'm
we'll
gonna
go.
I was like, this is not the pose for me. I'm back.
Go, right. All right. Now to unwind, you take the right foot and you just relax it and let it unwind itself. Let the knee unwind itself, and then you uncross. Straighten the right leg out and just roll it a little bit, and you can massage the right knee if you need to. It's usually not going into the pose where we get injured, it's coming out of the pose. So then we're going to take the left, cross it over the right, draw the right leg in. And so the first thing is you want to see, can you make that contact between the left and the right legs? So David, take that bottom leg and slide it away from the bicep. There you go. You getting there? That's good. That's better than last time.
Mama, does the second class start right after?
It sure does. We got to finish up. All right, so now flexing the left foot. See, can you make contact between the calves? The outside of the left calf to the, or then, whatever, the outside to the outside. Yeah, that's where we are. Got it. And then point the right foot, or left foot, slip it right underneath the right leg. Yeah, you got it. Feel anything in the knee?
Not too bad.
Not too bad, yeah. I don't feel anything in my left knee, but my right knee was stretching.
If I tried to pull it in more, it wouldn't work, but the first longer.
Got it. Got it. Using your breath. Your left over right, I think. Yeah, go. Take it underneath. There you go.
Twist everything and it's really awkward.
It does twist everything really awkward. So you've got a rotation in the hip, you've got a rotation in the knee, and a rotation in the ankle. Everything is out of alignment. There you go. All right. And then to release, you unhook the left foot first. Relax. Let the knee get back in place, and then you unwind, stretch the left leg out, and roll it out a little bit. All right. And then swing the legs around and let's come up to standing. Good job. Shake it out. Bring the feet about hip distance apart. Jesus, I'm sweating. I ain't doing anything and I'm sweating. I'm sweating.
Moisture.
A little bit of moisture. See, if you're not sweating, you're not working.
I gotta work harder.
All right. Inhale, arms up. Reach, look up, reach for the stars, spread the fingers, and then draw the shoulders down the spine as you bring the chin parallel to the floor. Reach through the elbows, drawing the shoulder blades down the spine. Release the butt cheeks and let them relax. And then release the knees, let them relax, because we tend to lock them out. Inhale to reach, and as you exhale, turn the palms out, and you're gonna bring the arms down just a little bit behind the body, just like we did, we're sitting down. Pull the chest forward, and now you're gonna tuck hips to the nips. You should feel it right along the hip flexors. Pull the shoulders back so your spine is nice and straight. Inhale, arms up. And now on the exhale, we're gonna fold. Relax into the fold and let everything release. Relax the head and the neck. Let the shoulders dangle. Just let everything relax, because in a minute, you're gonna tighten everything back up. Inhale halfway. And when you inhale halfway, pull those hips to the nips, drawing the belly in, reaching the shoulders down the spine, lengthen through the head and the neck. We're gonna stay in this flat back for a minute. Keep going, there you go. Now reach the head and the neck long, that's it. Yep, so take the hands towards the shins, on the shins, and pull the shoulders back. That's it. Hands to the shins, pull the shoulders back. Big breath to fill the belly. And as you exhale, fold and release and relax. Inhale and roll the spine up, pressing through the feet, drawing the legs forward, and roll them up. All right. Now you're going to move the right foot in towards the center line of the body. And you're going to take the left foot and cross it over the right. So now my feet are not completely lined up. This is again going to depend on your knee rotation and flexibility, and we don't want to lock our knees out. So this right leg is our supporting leg, and if the back of the knee is tight, then pull the right calf forward, press it into the back of the left calf. Makes sense? Inhale, arms up. Exhale, turn the palms out and reach the arms behind you, pulling the shoulders back, chest forward, and then tuck the hips to the nips. Release the booty cheeks. And then release the arms. And this time we're going to take a forward fold. But when we fold, don't lock out that standing leg. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold, and only go as far as your body will let you go. If you need to rest the hands on the shins or the thighs, either one. But you need to pull the right calf forward. If you don't, it will lock out. We need to pull it forward. So the front of the right shins, pressing strong into the back of the left calf. Taking the hands towards the floor and relaxing the head and the neck. Now inhale halfway, slide both hands up towards the front of the left calf or the thigh, either one. Pulling the shoulders down the body, reaching the head and the neck long, and then tuck the pelvis, hips to the nips. That flattens the back. Pull the shoulders back. Keep the connection between the calves. Don't let that right knee lock out. Inhale. Exhale, fold. And then you're gonna inhale and roll the spine, come up to standing. Your main goal is to keep that leg from locking out and keep the connection between the calves. Unwind and then shake out that right leg. Take a little massage behind the back of the right knee if you need to. All right, and now we're stepping the left foot into the center line. Oh, you got it easy, you got a mat with them down the middle, right?
I don't want to say anything.
Think about that. If you know it. There you go. If you ever want to know where that center line is take your hand right to the center of the groin, your fingertips pressed towards the floor, and they should line up right with the very inside of the foot. So not down the center of the foot, but reach straight down the leg to the inside of the foot. That's the center line of the body. And then you're going to take the right leg, cross it over, make that contact, and you may find that one foot goes back further than the other side. This has a lot to do with your hip mobility and rotation as well as the knee. So my left foot and my right are lined up. I can even take my right back behind it, but I couldn't do it the other way. Now, the left leg, make sure that knee's not locked out. So you press the left calf forward strong, and you pull the right one back. So you're making that contact between the legs. Feels weird? Now your glutes are all nice and tight. Relax them. Keep the contact with the calves. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, palms turn out and come down behind the body. Pull the shoulders back, chest forward, and then tuck hips to the nips. And release those booty cheeks. Let those glutes release because as nice tight glutes we want, it keeps us from getting into the poses. And pants. Inhale, arms up. Oh, that killed me. And as you exhale, we're going to fold without locking that left leg out. Strong push in that left calf, keeping it forward. Hold that tight. And relax the head and the neck.
Are both my feet supposed to be on the ground?
Yeah.
Okay, because I can't get it.
Well, hold on to your shins if you need to. You don't have to go all the way to the floor. The main thing is don't lock that left knee out.
I feel like I'm stuck here.
Inhale halfway. Taking the hands to the shin. Pushing the shoulders down the body, and then tuck the pelvis, hips to the nips, drawing the shoulders down, reaching the head and the neck long. Big inhale. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, roll the body, and come back up to standing. And unwind. And massage the back of that left knee. All right, now we're taking that double cross just like we did earlier with the foot behind the calf. So if you need to hold on to something for a little bit of support, back up or get next to a wall. I don't want anybody falling over, right? So watch me first. So we're gonna start with the right leg, and I'm gonna bring it into the center line of the body. My left is gonna cross over, and I'm gonna reach it way back. So I'm crossing my left thigh over the right thigh. I'm gonna sit back just a little bit, and then I'm gonna take my left foot behind the right shin. So strong pull in the knee. And I don't want anybody to stand up all the way. So we're not going for a straight right leg. We're just going for that cross and that hook behind the calf because this is about the knee rotation. It doesn't always feel so good. And now once you get there, the way you get your balance is you draw the belly in, you hook or you tilt hips to the nips, pull the chest back, allow yourself to breathe, relax the butt cheeks. You bring the hands to the chest, to the center, to the heart. Relax the knees. And then inhale if you're good, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And then start to unwind, relax, let the foot come. And everybody did that way too fast. What?
Yeah, I did.
It's slow. We get injured coming out of poses, right? When do we get injured?
Coming out, right now.
Coming out of poses, not going into them. Shake it out. Everybody okay? And if you feel a little tension, again, rub the knees. All right. Where are we going? Left foot?
Right over the left.
Right over left. All right, bring the left foot to the center line of the body first. Lift it up. Bring the right over. Make that contact across first. Hold on to the wall if you need to. Bend a little bit. See, can you see this side? This doesn't work so well. Put that right underneath. And again, it's about not locking out that standing leg. Tucking the hips to the nips. Allowing the butt to relax. To the nips. And inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. And then slowly release that foot. Inhale, arms down, unwind, and shake it out.
That's the straightest my knee has ever been in that pose. Ever. It wasn't really straight, but it was way better.
Like, don't do that. Stand up.
Why?
Don't bend down. Nobody bend down. Because when we do knee rotations, things get out of whack. It's just like our spine. And so we need the knee to go back into its place before we do other things, including bends. Same thing with the spine, because that's how we crunch down on things if they're not in place. And then that's when you might tear a meniscus or something like that. Yep. So always just rub it out first till it feels normal. You can take your bend, but we're not going to. We're going into that. All right. So now take about a little more than hip distance. It's about 2 hip distance. Well, no, that's about 4. Take spread. Toes face forward. Toes face forward. Yep. So about the width, yeah, about the width of your yoga mat. Second toe faces forward. And we're going to take a squat. But when we squat, we push the booty back, the calves remain still, and the knees stay directly over the ankle. So sit back, place your hands on your thighs to kind of hold yourself up, and line that knee up with the second toe. And you'll find as you do this and your knees are relaxed, the middle of the kneecap is pointing out away from the body. Pull the leg back in, pull the calf back in, pull the calf back in, sit the booty down. We want the knee. So if you press into the feet and you press into the outsides of the feet as if you're trying to spread the mat with your feet, you'll feel it in your butt cheeks, right? And it kind of feels those muscles are pushing out and behind. And that's how you keep the knees in alignment. Now, tuck hips to the nips. You ought to feel all great things going on in the legs. And then stand up. You don't move the calves. You just pull the knees back and the hips forward. It was a good rotation in the knee, good alignment in the knees. All right. Now, right from here, you're going to turn the feet out at about 45 degrees. So it doesn't always matter so much the feet in the squat as it does the knees. Too bad, you got a long way to go for. Should I eat that food I gave you this morning? No. All right, so same thing. Start to squat, push the butt back, and stack the knees right over the ankles. And then line up the center of the kneecap with the toe. And again, you'll see if you're not lined up, that kneecap is going to be pointing out towards that 4th toe or 5th toe. Pull them back in, line them up, hips to the nips, and then you squat down. Keeping the knees right over the ankles. What happens when we squat, we push the knees out, pull the calves back, and then sit down. And it's like this back and forth movement to keep the knees in alignment and to be able to take that squat further. So now, keep lining it up. I know, right? It does feel like you're going to fall backwards. And that's why it's so important to focus on where my knee is, pulling it in, and adjusting and readjusting, and then tuck hips to the nips.
It's not the move in it. I said, I'm already backwards.
Yeah. Right.
It is.
Your alignment's great, David.
Move.
And then to come up, pull the knees back. That straightens the legs. Whew. Good job. Last one. Now you take it just a little bit wider. Feet forward first. And as you start to go sink back, don't bend the knees, just push the booty back and that bends the knees by itself. You shouldn't feel anything in the knees. And again, the knees turn out, they're facing outward. You want to pull them back in, rotate, expand through the outer thighs.
Should it be shaking so badly?
Well, yes, you should be shaking. We're working muscles, right?
I know, but I'm like twitching. Like, do you see this?
Yes, that's what it's supposed to be. You sit back. Now, tuck hips to the nips. Keep the knees lined up with that center toe. So it's almost like you have to rotate the knees inward, but press the thighs outward. Sit back and you tuck. You sit back and you tuck. And you take it as low as you can go until you eventually get your thighs parallel to the floor, right?
Yeah.
Inhale, arms up, and you push the knees back. You don't push them forward. Good job, you guys. Not you.
Yeah, with nap time on
Right, right. And now turn the feet out 45 degrees. And see, now this is the easy because your hips, the legs rotate at the hips, and your knees are already in alignment, most of us, right? So just for poops and giggles, if you rotate the thighs inward, you'll see the knee now comes in front of the toes, in front of the feet to the center. And if you rotate those thighs outward, the knees will point more towards the pinky toe.
Or your knee towards the second toe if you actually rotate them out.
Yes, it
As
is.
far as I can go.
That's okay though, but that's good because I don't want you to rotate out. We're just saying for poops and giggles, right? All right, so align the knees to point at that second toe, and the knees are going to stack over the ankle, so they pull forward some, but you stop when you get that straight line from the ankle to the knee. Right? And so now this is where people want to take their legs and push them out because we do it in stretches. We don't want to do that because we're not stretching, right? You want to keep the knee lined up with that second toe, tuck the pelvis, pull the shoulders back, tuck the pelvis again. Make sure your knees are lined up. So to line that knee, it's like you have to press to the outer sides of the foot and the heel, almost as if you're trying to spread the mat away. Pull the knees in, thighs back, sit down. Breathe. Looking good, Lenny. Oh, and David, that's awesome. And come on up. Good job.
Oh.
Bring the feet in. Take it out. See what happens when I recover from surgery. I can't work the whole body, but parts I do, we're getting it. All right. Here, holding. Inhale, arms up. Big inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, fold. Whew. Inhale, halfway. Good. You go into Shavasana, which we call corpse pose. You lay there and be dead. Bend the knees, take the hands to the floor, and you're going to step all the way back to plank. And you're going to come into a plank, stacking the shoulders over the wrist, the heels over the toes. Press the knees towards the floor. We're not lowering the knees, but we're pressing the knees towards the floor and lifting through the thighs. Pushing the hips towards the floor and tucking the hips to the nips. Pull the shoulders down the body. Big inhale and exhale. Lower the legs to the floor. Flatten the feet. Bend the elbows back and come all the way to the belly. Reach the head long. Turn it to the right. And take your left ear towards the floor. If you're not able to get it to the floor, bring your left forearm up and rest your head on your forearm. If you're able to get that rotation in the neck, take your hands, push them back on the mat, and reach the neck long so it lets you extend the neck. Take that rotation and you might be able to get the left ear down even further. Then relax the arms. Palms face up, and the feet turn out. Walk the shoulders down, away from the body, and just breathe and relax. You're getting so much longer. Lengthen your neck. Oh, my straight line. It made me so happy. Now to come out of this, wherever you are, press the shoulders towards the mat, lift the head, lift the ears straight up, and then turn your nose straight down to the floor. So what people do is they lift the top of their head up and chin goes down to the floor. No, I want the ear towards the floor, nose down, and then reach the head and the neck long again and turn to the right. Well, you turn to the left, so your right ear goes to the floor. And then relax. Just relax and start to let the breath slow down.
That feels way more awkward.
It does. Yeah, I can tell.
Oh.
Just relax. So lift back up and turn. All right, inhale, lift the head, turn the nose down, bring the arms up so that the forearms are in front of the head, and you're gonna lay your forehead right on top of your palms or your forearms. Let the feet turn out and let your glutes relax. Relax, relax. Inhale, and on every exhale, imagine the lower back relaxing, the glutes relaxing, and the shoulders. Inhale, lift the head. Use your left hand to start to press into the earth. Roll over onto the right hip. And then you're gonna make your way all the way over to your back. And lie back. Stretch the legs long. Draw the shoulders, walk the shoulder blades down the spine. Let the legs fall open. Close the eyes. Turn the light out and start to find your final resting place. Pose, not place. Look at that, that's another home. This is your time to reconnect with your breath by inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Slowing everything down. And when you can no longer feel your heart beating in your chest, you allow the breath to flow naturally. On the next inhalation, start to bring your body back to awareness and wiggle your fingers and your toes. Inhale, reach your arms above your head, open the eyes. And as you exhale, bring the arms around and hug the knees into the chest. And rock gently from side to side, massaging the lower back. Inhale and roll over to your right side. And we let the blood flow from the heart to the earth. Use your left hand to press into the floor and come up to seated. Bring the hands to heart center. What you do today will build all of your tomorrows. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.
Awesome. Isn't it expected? Those in space.
We're gonna take those things down. Yeah, in just a minute. Gotta get the ladder.
There's Trace taking pictures. Oh, cheater. You tried to pretend I wasn't here, didn't you? Because you're jealous. Hey, I'm real good. Wait, freeze.
Hi, Tracy.
Say hi to Noelle and Monique.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
And here's your granola bar.
Right?
Hey, girl.
Hungry yoga.
Hi, Mom. Today. Have a wonderful day, ladies.
That is the only one I have.
Oh. Sweating.
Nice job. First yoga class. What do you think?